Hello friends, Zueljin here. Welcome back to ZTV. This is my bi-weekly production vlog about the stuff that I'm doing in my life, what's going on with the channel, and what's going on with you in the Hypermine community. So the last 2 weeks have been a real blur. I got 2 days left in my current job, and I'm switching to a new job on December, I believe it's 9th when I start. I'm going to be doing some iPhone repairs, which right now I'm a technical consultant, so I guess it's kind of the same thing. I'll have much less hours naturally and a much better schedule, so it'll be really cool. I'm really excited about that. How was your Thanksgiving? Mine was a blur, naturally. I ate too much. I hope you did too. We had turkey and ham and rice and gravy and Boston cream cake and heavenly hash cake, and there was all sorts of goodies, so I loaded up on that. After that was Black Friday. Boy, was that an ordeal. On Black Friday, I think I ran a 10-hour shift that day, and I've been pretty much booked up solid since then, working like 10 to 7 shifts every day, so I haven't had much time for the channel. But I did scoop up some goodies along the way. I got me a brand new LG G2 phone, which is like an Android phone. It's absolutely incredible. It's just got a bunch of features. It's fast. The battery life's great on it. It's gonna be great to be able to use that device. Taking a look at my Christmas list, there's a few things I've been wanting for a little while. One is this rickety old office chair. I really need another one because, well, the arms are taped up and it creaks a lot, and it's not as comfortable as it used to be. I guess I wore out the cushions with all this YouTube stuff. But I'm definitely wanting to get one of those. My wife was kind of hinting around to get me one. I'm not too sure. I actually changed my request yesterday, and I think I want an Oculus Rift. Now, I don't know if you've seen this. The Oculus Rift is like a virtual reality simulator, and I just found out it's compatible with Minecraft through a mod. And y'all, from the looks of it, it just looks like it would be so amazing. I watched Captain Sparkles do a video for the Dropper, that old map that you kind of just press a button and drop through a big sequence of holes and try to get to the water at the bottom without splatting on the ground. And it almost looked nauseating. It looked terrifying, but it looked fun at the same time. That and a bunch of horror games and stuff like that, I think it would be a lot of fun. People talked about playing Dark Souls on it and how much fun it was. So I'm actually considering it. The developer kits are like $300. Now, it's not nearly to the point that they want it yet, but from the sounds of it and the looks of it, it's kind of affordable for what you get. So I'm trying to get a few more reviews. If you know anything about the Oculus Rift or have experienced it yourself, let me know if it's worth it in the comment section below. Aside from Christmas gifts, I need to get a Blue Yeti stand, like a mic stand, and a swivel mount for it, or a shock mount. There's a bunch of noises in the house that always come up, and I'm really one about audio, so I really want to refine my audio a little bit, and the shock mount and the microphone boom will definitely help. So I'll try to get that online shortly. So enough about the holiday and scheduling and stuff like that. Speaking of scheduling, I actually dropped the ball a little bit on the schedule that I announced last week. Surprise! Yeah, I was only a day late on some of the episodes for the Hypermine and Hypercraft stuff. I've been playing a little bit of other stuff and been experimenting around with some editing, so not using my time as wisely as I should, but I blame that on the holiday hours. It was kind of restrictive in what effort that I could put when and how much noise there was in the house and everything, but I ended up starting to play Forge Quest, which is like a little indie game. It's kind of like a Zelda. It's got a real Zelda feel to it, so it's an RPG, and it's in early access stage, kind of like Steam Greenlight, but it's a lot of fun and I've been enjoying it. There's actually been some multiplayer stuff too. I'm currently seeing who else is going to have that so I can play a little bit with them and try to get some multiplayer action for you guys on camera. As far as Minecraft, in Hypermine I've been working a lot on my Greek temple. I'm using these chiseled blocks from one of the mods that we have installed on the server. I believe it's called, ironically enough, the chisel mod. But I'm even chiseling carpet. It's absolutely great. You can do so much cool stuff with it. I've got a great Greek temple that I've been working on, and on the Hypercraft, which is the Hypermine vanilla, I've been working on my large spawn house. Now this thing is made of a ton of red clay. I'm using quartz blocks, and it's got some roses, and I'm using the new dark oak wood which is actually a lot of fun. It's looking to be beautiful. I've posted a couple of images on the Greek temple and the spawn house on Google Plus, and I've gotten a lot of positive reaction for it. So if you haven't checked out those 2 videos yet, check them out. There's some pretty good builds. In other news on the Hypermine server, we found the Mesa biome finally. Well, Albanakers found the Mesa biome. He was kind enough to show that to me, so I've been collecting a lot of clay from there for my house build. And False Symmetry has started a humongous project. It is absolutely incredible. Bless her heart, she can't play on the modded server with us because she uses a Mac, and there's some server arguments that don't agree with the Mac versus PC type stuff, but it is an incredible build. If y'all haven't checked out what she's been doing on her channel, go check her out. Tell her I sent you. Aside from Forge Quest, I actually got the opportunity to pick up Borderlands 2, which was on one of the Steam sales. Now, it's not something I'm going to be LPing, but I purposely avoided watching all Borderlands 2 videos for all this time. I remember a couple of my favorite YouTubers, Good Bouldervist and Pela, actually played through it, and I avoided watching all of it because I really wanted to enjoy the experience itself. So that's something I'm going to be digging into. Something I do possibly want to record in the future that's not quite available yet, but will be soon from the videos that are posting right now, is Starbound. Now, Starbound looks like a Terraria, a lot like Terraria, but it's a different feel, and I enjoyed Terraria a lot, and from the videos that I've been seeing, it looks like to be a really cool game that I can sink my teeth into. So now it's time for my little What's in My Inbox section. This is a section where I try to pick out something in my inbox that's either touching or relevant or interesting. And this week, I got a request from the Neural. Now, I get a lot of requests, y'all, dozens a week to join the Hypermine servers and the Hypermine community. And as a whitelisted server, it's very hard to manage. There's a ton of invites that I'd like to do, and it's really not about the size of the YouTuber or anything. It's usually about the relationship. The whitelisted server is probably about 30 deep right now. We have a lot of members. Some are inactive, but most are active. And the people that are active require time and resources, and there's simply limits to what we can afford. Typically, the way additions have worked in the previous months and years have been we just kind of run contests and grab a couple of people and move on until we find the need to add more people. But lately it's been more of a recommendation type thing, or something that goes by the relationships that we have with people based on the games that we play with them or the experiences that we've had with them. So I've kind of just been selecting people. I do not really want to add any more to the community right now. We have a bustling community. Everybody's having a lot of fun in it, and the resource management seems adequate for what we have. Every once in a while I do see someone that I'd really like to add, and I did. Recently we added Lapis Lori, which has been an awesome addition to the server. We really appreciate her on there, and we really like her. But there's a ton of other people that I'd like to add in the past. Now, I don't want to pick favorites here, but some of the names that come to mind are like Raibu Plays, which I did some stuff on with CobbleCon, and some videos before that he's won some contests. Raibu would be a great addition to the server. There's a ton of other people that play on other servers that I'd like to see on the server as well. Sometimes it just boils down to, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. You know what I mean? So I really don't want to upset the balance that we currently have. I've made some mistakes in the past, and I don't want to make those again. So every time I add someone to the server, it's of careful consideration, and I debate with some of my colleagues and some of the other people on the server, and really find out to think if they would be a great fit and to be if it would okay. So sorry if it's a little bit more political than it should be, but I respect the right to hold those decisions dear. So to sum it all up, I can't just add everybody I'd like to add to the server. It's just something that I can't manage. I have limited time, the people on the server have limited time, and unfortunately the invites just, they can't happen as often as everyone would like. So as the list dwindles down and as people leave, there's always opportunities in the future for me to add more members. So don't let it discourage you. You don't have to ask me every week about joining the server. I do very much appreciate your interest, Neural, And I also appreciate the interest of all the requests I get, and I try to cordially respond to them when I can and when I do see them. So that's it for the negative stuff. On to the positive stuff. So this section is the top 3 comments from Skype for the week. I tried to pick through the last couple of weeks of Skype conversation on the Hypermine Skype chat and pick some of the cool things or some of the funny things that I see on there. And this week's 3 comments are freaking hilarious. Assassin Gamer quietly notes that both One Wolf and Civic are strange individuals, and I would have to agree with that. Tick says, I went out and bought some cat food a little while ago and have spent the remaining time telling my colleagues that it's my lunch. The stuff people do at work, huh? And the last one is from me saying, now Civic, you know I love my ladies. I've got a multicultural Minecraft harem going. And I was talking about the fact that we have an Asian girl on the server, an American girl on the server, and a girl from the UK, being Alphonia, False Symmetry, and good old Lapis Lori. So that's going to wrap it up for this week. Hope you guys really enjoyed the vlog, and we'll be back in a couple of weeks to do it all over again. Thank y'all so much for watching. As always, this is Zueljin signing off. Have a good one.